To create the nose cone for your Formula 1 car, the first thing you need to do is to ensure that you've got two fixing holes at the front of the chassis. So we'll zoom into here a little, and I'm going to select this face and make a new sketch, and I'm going to start by drawing some construction lines so we can make sure that it is even. Click on the construction line, straight line, and I'm going to draw a line, making sure it's parallel, looking for the parallel icons across there. Press escape, and then I'm going to draw a vertical down there. We can sort out where these are going to go in a moment or two. Escape, and vertical there. Now I'm going to use the intersections of these two lines to locate the center of two dowel holes. So we need to put some sizes on. So we're going to say from there, left click, to there, left click and drag it down, and from there, left click to there, left click and drag that down, and we'll make that 7.5, and we'll also make this one 7.5. Tick. Now that gives us the center lines for two circles. So now we want to draw a solid circle. So we'll get off the construction, move across to circle, and it's where the lines intersect, drag out, and then type in 3.2, press enter, go across to the other one there, drag out, type in 3.2, press enter. So now we have our two holes, both 3.2, and they must be symmetric because they're both the same distance from the edge. I just noticed that one's slightly out, so I think I should change that. So how do I do that? 7.5. Okay, that's better. And because that is linked to that dimension, then the circle would have also moved. So that's the sketch complete. There, and now we're just going to extrude those two holes into the body of the chassis. So we shall click on 3D model, extrude, and we'll extrude it by 8 millimeters, and we need to go that way, and we want to subtract material. And then of course, one thing that's easily forgotten, select the profile, that profile, and that profile. Okay, so there are our two dowel holes. To create the nose cone, we have to replicate this profile, and the way we're going to do that is to choose from the 3D modeling plane, offset plane. I'm going to choose this, and the offset is going to be 25 millimeters. Click OK, and so there is the plane. We're now going to project this profile, which means we're going to bring that profile and project it just as though it was like a film projection onto this screen or this plane. So what we shall do now is we're going to click that, and we shall click on project profile. So we'll click on sketch, click on the screen, new sketch. Once you've got that new sketch, we can then say project profile, and project the geometry. So once I've got the plane that I want, click that, and that is automatically brought forward. It shows you the center of those two circles. That is the center of this arc. And if we just go to an isometric view, we can see there that has been brought forward quite nicely. Now, so that is the a replica of this profile. We're now going to take this into a new drawing. Before we're going to do that though, we're going to get rid of the work plane that we actually drew it on. So there's the work plane. Use the mouse wheel to zoom in. Alright, there's the work plane. Right click, finish the 2D sketch. There we are. Then we're going to click on that work plane. Now can we press delete? Dependent sketches and features? Nope. Okay, so there is the work plane vanished, but we still have our sketch. So we're now going to select this. So click on sketch 7. There it is selected because it's turned blue. Right click, and there is the copy feature. So we're going to copy that. That is now copied. We can now go to New, Metric, Standard, MPI, double click, New Sketch, XY plane, Control V, and there's our sketch. Best fit. There it is. Swing it around one just so it's in the same orientation as before. Now we can take that and we can extrude it. So that's the sketch completed. We're now going to extrude it by not too much, 5mm, and again nothing's going to happen until we tell it which profiles. So select the profile, this one, there it is, and it's moved out by 5. Okay. And the same way before is the front. And we'll just swing that around like that. Now, in a similar way to when we did the chassis, we are going to create a work plane in front of it, which we can then loft the shape to it. So we're going to click on this shape, click on that shape, click on plane, offset plane, and we're going to offset it by just 20mm. Okay, and then we're going to click on that and say new sketch, escape, click on it, new sketch. So we're going to think about what sort of shape we want on here. So if I am going to choose something fairly simple to draw, so let's just go for an ellipse. So as before, we can drag out an ellipse like that, click once, and then we can stretch it that way. That's it done. And then we can loft that shape. So if we look into the sweep menu, there's the loft. The first thing we want to do is select that one, and that one. Select this feature. There we have our nose cone done. So we'll click OK. Right, now what we need is the wings, the aerofoils coming out of the side. So the way we're going to do that is if we take a plane from the center, I think that would be the best way to do it. So click on front, and if we can click on sketch, if we can put a dimension from there to there, it's 29.5. That's all we wanted to know, so we can cancel that. What I'm going to do now is put a work plane in there, which is going to be 29.5, which is 14.75 from there to the center. So let's just move that around slightly. So I'm going to select this plane here. I'm going to finish that sketch. I'm going to select this plane. Then I'm going to create a plane, an offset plane, which is going to be from that plane, yes, which is going to be 14.75 millimeters in going under it, so that's going to be minus, and we shall say okay. So in there is a plane, we'll just see it there. There it is, it's in there somewhere. There. Yes, so we're going to stick on that plane. New sketch, and we go to there, and now we can draw our aerofoil. In a similar way to before, we can draw an ellipse like that, and we can give it a slight tilted downwards. And then we can bring it up that way, which will give it some downward force. Then we're going to extrude that, so click OK, that's done. Extrude, and this time we are going to extrude it symmetrically about that face, and let's just see what 50 looks like. Could do with a bit more. Let's try 60. Let's try a bit more. Let's try 70. Okay, fantastic. So there's my nose cone, and I can now save that. So that is File, Save, Save. I'm going to save it in the format McLean P nose cone 1, and I'm going to save that into the F1 file.